Hey everyone, welcome to a new video of my multiplayer server. In this video I will show you everything that was built in round 24. In round 24 we had a glitch team. The round it had a very unusual palette. You may be able to see this in the interface. The colors look really weird. You can also see it when you want to paint an object. I just swapped around some of the colors, which gave a pretty cool effect. And other than that, yeah, it was up to the players to make their plots look glitchy. So yeah, 3 players dropped out during the round, so I just covered their plots with black tiles. I also actually yeah, used corrupt elements on some of the tiles. So yeah, depending on what was on the screen before that. You will see some of that stuff here, and I think it gives a cool effect. And this plot made by Howler, yeah, it was just in such an unfinished state that I decided to not include it in for scoring. So, without further ado, let's go to the plot that placed 12th. Now, in 12th place we have this plot made by Jaron. He didn't even bother to name the coaster. It's called Cheeseland, but yeah, it just looks really unfinished, and I think there's not much to say about this plot. The layout of the coaster is quite cool with the 2 loops. I don't know what this was supposed to be, and yeah, I cannot really make much more of this. Oh, in the 11th place we have this plot made by Coasterkook. Yeah, I think he didn't have much time to finish his. If I remember correctly, he was working on something different, but then later decided to make this. In his plot, he made this ride called Paint the Ride. And what's funny about this plot is that he also using corrupt elements. He actually hit many of the surface elements, and then actually when the coaster passes by these elements, it actually draws itself on all of these tiles. You can see the coaster leaves a trail in all these tiles that are missing, and I think that gives a really cool effect, and that's also why it's called Paint the Ride. So there's not much on this plot, but I think this effect is really funny and really suited to the theme. You can see that when I zoom out and zoom in again, you will see other stuff on the plot. Even the date and temperature are displayed here, which I think is quite funny. Alright, in 10th place we have this plot made by Conscript David. Let me quickly change the weather. He made a Windows screen. You can see here, here's my computer, it's a recycle bin, even an icon for OpenRCT2. 2. And here there's the start button with the Windows logo next to it. And actually the screen is cracked here and some wires are coming out. And one of the wires is actually part of a ride. So it may not look like much, but what I found really cool about this plot is that actually when you use the cutaway view and you go a little bit deeper, then actually under the screen you actually see the motherboard, and there's actually several rides here and some other used these grid patterns really well. I think this is actually a really cool part of the plot. Very original at least, and of course Windows fits completely in the glitch theme. Okay, in 9th place we have this plot made by JoshOnline 3. I think it was the first round he joined. He made this computer here, and this computer here also has a blue screen, I mean. And yeah, Windows has encountered a problem, needs to collecting some error information, 0% complete. And here I think this computer is actually leaking all kinds of fluid. It leaves quite a bit to the imagination, I guess. So yeah, I think this plot was lacking a bit of details, and that's probably why it didn't score too well. But overall, it's quite a good effort, and I like the blue screen that he made. Blue screen of death. We also see a little mini suspended coaster here going around. This goes around and through the computer. I guess it goes upwards here again. Oh, it actually goes into the floor here. So there's two different. Oh yeah, there's actually two different mini suspended coasters. I actually never took a really good look at this plot, I guess. But yeah, really good effort. Okay, in 8th place we have this plot made by Hallowed Wabbit. As you can see, it's very glitchy and it's just parts of rides all over, just scenery spammed into the plot. I don't think actually much thought was given to as to where to place every component. Wait, what is this elevator doing? That's quite crazy. But yeah, I think altogether it works quite well for a glitch theme. I think yeah, it's just a big mishmash of elements. I'm not sure how much effort was put into this, but I think it overall it works quite well. I think this elevator is quite cool and weird at the same time. What the hell is it doing? It's probably just a launched freefall put in. Or an elevator put in launched freefall mode, I have no idea. Oh, it's in rotating lift mode. That probably explained what it is doing. Okay, then in 7th place we have this plot made by Scoop. It actually looks a lot like a Hallowed Wabbit's plot, but this one was given a little bit more thought. He first made this coaster, and later when Scoop ran out of time, he actually just put all this random stuff around it. It scored quite similarly to Hallowed Wabbit's plot, but I think it's a little bit more nice to watch. Now, here in 6th place we have this plot made by Birb. I think Birb had a little bit trouble figuring out what exactly to do. And these buildings look really nice, but I'm actually not sure what all of these buildings actually are and what they are supposed to represent. I mean, there's a blue screen here, and there's an astronaut here walking in this void, but I actually have a hard time figuring out what everything just means. This is apparently Birb's lack of thinking. This Ferris wheel is Birb's libido, and this is Birb's ankle. Right. So yeah, everything sort of looks nice, but I really have no idea what anything of this is. But good effort, I guess. Okay, then in 5th place we have this plot made by Stravinsky, and this one was one of my favorites. So I guess this plot was themed after the Y2K bug. You can actually see a timer here saying 11:59 p.m. and then the date 12:31, so 31st of December of the year 1999. And there's just lots of cool stuff on this plot. What I like a lot is here this inverter ship, but actually using Tile Inspector he copied a piece of it to the tiles around it, and it now looks like there's more than one, and it just looks nice and glitchy, which works well in this round, of course. And there's this swan ride going around the plot, just floating above the paths here. There's some castle pieces here, and quite a cool coaster as well. And here's a coaster called Y2K Escape Route. It just floats around high above the plot. And of course he also made a big TV screen here using this matrix scenery element. And all in all it just looks really cool. Like I said, this was one of my favorite plots of the round. And there's just so many cool tricks that were used. So great job, Stravinsky. Now, in 4th place we have my plot. I have no idea what I made. I just sort of made a core with these monorails just spinning around it, around the center at high speed, and in the middle I put this 3D cinema. I think it just sort of looks cool, and there's all these pipes going here. I think it's to feed the core with energy. Originally I also had little one car coasters all sort of spinning around it, or spinning around to the center, but I thought the idea didn't really work very well, and I just decided to go with this. And I got 4th place for it, so apparently it worked well. So yeah, the complaints were that other than this, there's not really much in the plot, and I fully agree. This may be something I will use in a later park as just as a piece of scenery. I think it would look really cool in an alien or technology kind of environment. I actually really like the way this looks. So yeah, I guess I didn't do too bad. Alright, then we get to the top 3. In 3rd place we had this pinball machine made by Sko. In the space round we also had a pinball machine, but this one looks a little bit more developed, I guess. So yeah, I think it looks really nice. You have this spring kind of thing with a skull head on it. I guess it's to propel the balls into the pinball machine. Quite a bit of a hardline twister coaster, bobsleigh coaster track here, and it's kind of hard to follow how these pinballs move around here, because there's just so much stuff spammed around here. These merry-go-rounds are bumpers. It's also a haunted house here, totally custom scenery, right? There's also some River Rapids track, crippling depression bonus. It's quite funny how these cotton candy stalls they look like they're crying if you put this water in front. But yeah, overall this is a really good, quite a good plot. Also, what I also like is all these scores that are displayed here. So yeah, use the signs just to make put some text on here with numbers to represent scores. And these cogwheels, I guess they represent bonuses and the amount of pinballs left. So yeah, in my opinion there's just a little bit too much stuff here for it to be actually a good pinball machine. But all in all it looks quite nicely, and it's quite well thought out. One other complaint I had about this pinball machine. Oh, what I really like, by the way, is this cord that was put here at the bottom with the power plug. That was quite a cool detail. But what I didn't like was that he actually just kept the grass floor under it. Would have probably looked nicer with some maybe some wood under it, or metal even. Just anything other than the grass. But still, 3rd place, so not a bad score. Alright, here in 2nd place we have this plot made by HenkDeSuperNerd. I think it was also the first round in which he joined. And when he thought of the glitch team, he immediately thought of a Trojan horse. So he made this awesome horse. This was actually my favorite plot of the round. This horse just looks awesome, especially when zoomed out a bit. And yeah, so yeah, most of the horse consists of just mine themed walls, scenery, and he also did a lot of the stuff using lots of track and texture. So he made this really cool mains with Giga Coaster track. Also the tail, I think this is just really creative. And also he made these legs for the horse. And what's really cool about it is that it's actually functioning as a ride. So there's actually these horses from a steeplechase ride going around on them. Well, obviously they don't have sprites for inversions, so they just travel over them in a weird way. But still, it looks really cool. On the rest of the plot, there's also just quite cool stuff. So, for example, there's this junior coaster going around on the plot, but he actually made it teleport a lot of times. So you can really see it going around this plot in a glitchy way. It's called Worm 32, Worm.32. And I think this plot is just really cool. One of the most awesome pieces of scenery and track texture that I've seen in a while. So really great job from this newcomer, HenkDeSuperNerd. Okay, and here we have the winner of the round. This plot was made by Spons. I love his name. It just basically means sponge in Dutch. He made this sort of actually forgot what it was. I think it was a machine that was made to teleport stuff, or actually to create stuff out of nothing. I don't remember exactly what the story was, but it just looks really good. He just made this big piece of machinery here, using tons of tracker texture. I can see what's it called? An air-powered vertical launched coaster here. I think there's also some launched freefall or reverse freefall coaster parts here, hardline twister, dinghy slide. There's just tons of tracker texture here. Under here there's lots of tubes, piping, and of course there's also this really nice coaster going all around the plot. And this is just one hell of a plot, and it really deserves to get first place. It just looks really good. Even though there's these two big walls blocking the view around it, you can actually get around with that. You get around that by using the cutaway view. So let's increase the height. And the cutaway view, you can also just select a horizontal area. So if you do select area here, then you can just drag the area that you want to see, and everything else just gets cut out. And now we can actually have a nice view of this plot from all angles, and it just looks really nice. I just really love this coaster layout. And also the stuff that's under the coaster is also quite cool. I love all the piping, and also these smaller tubes made with mini suspended coaster track. But yeah, awesome plot. Alright, that was everything for round 24. This definitely was one of the most unusual themes we have done so far, but I really like some of the plots that were made in this round. Alright, if you want to join any of my rounds on my server, you can join my Discord. The link's in the description, and as soon as you become a trusted member on my Discord, then you will be able to join any of the new rounds when they start. Alright, that was all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. See you later.